And there were a number there who came and said, South Korea has not seen a touch of God like this in 30 years. But I had talked to them and asked them a question. I said, do you believe that God is willing that any North Koreans perish? And they all, with one accord, said, no, he wants them to be saved. And I said, are you willing for God to begin to prepare you for what he might be about to do to open the doors to North Korea? I'd said that earlier. Well, I'd said that with fear and trembling, because I had just come from Taiwan, and not of that magnitude, but something very similar. I had not given an invitation, I had not finished the message, and pastors began to come with brokenness at the altar and on the front row, and when I thought it was appropriate, went down to talk to one who looked to be in his early 30s. And through swollen eyes, he looked at me, and I said, sir, did God speak to you? He said, yes, sir. I said, what did God tell you? He said, God commanded me to go and preach the gospel to China. And I looked at him and said, you know, sir, that may cost you your life. He looked back at me, and I'll never forget the look in his eyes. He looked straight through me and he said, sir, that's the issue I just settled with God a few minutes ago. And then I trembled, because I realized that for me to be obedient to God may cost others their life. And you see, it's so critically important that spiritual leaders know the tremors of the activity of God. And so this past week, I listened as North and South Korea are communicating. It's not a political decision, it's a spiritual decision. And I watched to see how God was touching the pastors, because when God's about to do something here, he starts it over here. And then he works his way to this moment, so that everything is in place when God does a mighty work.